cult of personality.
Sure.
And they say if we can control these if we can pick the personalities that people will respond to, or we can cultivate these personalities, then we can stay in control of the machine. It went from them being able to successfully do that to somewhere along the line, artists or talented people and the machinery saying, we don't even have to cultivate personalities anymore. We can cultivate personas. So it went from culture to the cult of personality to the cult of persona. To get people to believe that so-and-so is this. To get spokespeople or representatives for a lifestyle or an idea that they may not even subscribe to themselves. They can sell it though. They can make it appealing to a mass of people. And there are great rewards for agreeing to do that. You know, it's gone from being, this is my art that reflects, this is my work that reflects my history, my personal life, my struggles, my ambitions, my dreams, to this is my persona as it is attached to a product or a lifestyle or something that you can buy.
Too intertwined, many of them.
And there
Loads of products.
There are lots of, they reward you for it. If you just say, it has nothing to do with me, I'm just a model.
It's like
I
Cribs.
put on the clothes, I stand in the pose, they pay me a check.
So what effect does that have on the community?
Oh my God, it's if there's no voice of dissent, if there's no imagination, not even, let's just leave dissent alone. If there's no earnestness, if there's no truth in what artists, the talented people do, if it's all about the gesture, then it's telling people there's no room for your imagination. There's no use being imaginative. Follow the rules.
And what about the individual in terms of the collective?
It's not about that. It's about conforming. And if you see someone who is a creative person doing that, then what energy might you have to criticize your local government, or your state government, or to just have any sort of opinion about what's going on around you in the world, to say, to use your common sense to say, well, that may be a prevailing practice, but that doesn't mean that it's useful or necessary. If you see people who are supposed to be imaginative people, creative people, not being that, I think that the long-term effect is that the masses in general just find themselves being less creative, less imaginative, and creativity and imagination are integral in creating change in the world. I mean, you know, you need that spark.
Yeah.
If he could do that, then I could do.
So you know, back to the US, do you think MTV and hip hop are kind of cut the deal there? Because you were wondering about that, maybe. I mean, as you got to the stage where actually.
Yeah, I mean, is it organized?
The corporations have successfully bribed many charismatic personalities and figures with money and flattery. And a lot of times it's not even with money. What they're really bribing them with is a perception of social access. You are invited into an exclusive club. You get to sit in the velveteen chair. And for some people, there's a very intoxicating
of course
proposal, because especially if you come from an ignored or marginalized part of the world and now somebody's treating you like this rare and precious thing. Now the fine print of that is like, it's better to be, and this is a quote from an article about Yasiin Bey that I read, it is better to be treated like a rare and precious thing as opposed to a horrible, ugly one. But it's still to be treated like a thing. There's no real human temperature in that. It's, oh, you're so exotic, but you're a caricature. You're a beautiful caricature, but you're not a human.
You're commodified.
Yeah, you're not a human being.